Good morning to ye.
Hey, looky, what do we have here? I don't know, probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G., but keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like G&G. With all the news and real point of views you can use, light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the instrument and take your friends and them can and all come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the trolls and haters that hate us, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you a part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face, get your snacks and come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps, do 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 a dooby dooby doo doo doo. Hey, good morning to ye. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning to ye. It's your boy Big Phil Speaks. And this is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, brought to you by myself, and that good GMG, Good Money Gang. Listen, hey, we about to go up and go at it. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yay! Listen, it's the last day of the month, June 30th, 2025. This is episode 200 and what is this? 264 of them things. Hold on. Let me mute that. Sorry about that. 264 of them things. Title of this show is Are You Paying Attention? Are you paying attention? There's a lot going on in this world today. It's a lot. There's a lot going on in your communities. It's a lot. It's a lot going on in your house. It's a lot. It's a lot going on up here, your thick ass heads. It's a lot. But guess what? Like Maya Angelou says, and still I rise. We are here, baby. We are here, having at it. Listen, y'all know what I like to say, huh? You are here. You're able to inhale and exhale. Take in today. Pause. No diddy. Use your extremities. Use your vocal box. Bat your eyes. Pause. Yeah. So you are amongst the blessed because there are some that have that did not get to be so fortunate or blessed and wake up to see this today. So guess what? Make sure you make today the best day ever. You hear me? The best day ever. But while you out here living it up, living your life like it's golden, you better plan, plot, and strategize so that if you're so blessed to see tomorrow, you make it an even better day than today. That part, huh? It's the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, folks. Before I do my roll call, y'all know what I like to say. I don't care if you're at work, on the way to work, leaving work, out of work, clickety clacking across the internet, or on your phone looking for work, or you just on sniper mode looking across the room at your boo boo bun thing, significant, insignificant other, or your spouse, and you like, damn it. I'm ready to put in work. The Good Morning Gang Morning Show gonna get you right ready. That part. Whom we got in the building this morning? Connie Baptiste. Good morning, good morning. GMG, we in the building. Hey, sexy sugar mama. Hey, Shari, you in the building. I see you. Polo Dolo riding solo from the Kansas City way. Bab Wilson is in here. The Bird Grand Rising to ye. Terry Murray. Good morning, gang. Salute, salute. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, Terry. Condolences and prayers towards your family who lost their life in Afghanistan. Our prayers go out to you and his family. That part there. Hey, Flo, Flowetry. Make them say yes. Ow! Good morning. Hey, Sabrina C is in the place to be. Good morning. Dana Mack from that good Alabama way. GMG, she's in here. Huh? Who else we got in the building? Vino Diva from that good West Side, the Yay area. Crack Baby, Trick Baby, Crack Baby is in here. Huh? Who else? Who else? Let me see. Let me see. Huh? Wavy Crockett, what's goody like the mob, Young G? Everything is everything. Charlie Hustle is in the building. Salute. Creole Cupcakes is in the building from that good west side, that good yay area. Huh? I love it when I see my yay area folks in here because whatever time it is here, it's 3 hours earlier. Hey, Josette Arnold, how are you doing? Come on over to the good YouTube channel pit right there. We on the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Patty, Spicy Trinity, you know where we at on the good YouTube. Come on over. 20 Bandana, whoop. What's good? They like the mob. I see you in the building. Connie Baptiste said, glad you're having a show today. That part right there. Listen, I didn't want to leave y'all on the fence. I didn't want to leave y'all lonely on a Monday morning, a new work week and whatnot. I said, no, I got the headache work week bubbling, popping, litty. You feel me? Let me see. Da, 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 da. Sierra Bay, she's around the way. Hey, hey. Yay, yay, from that west side. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot going on. A lot going on. We got to be thankful. We got to be thankful. We got to be grateful. You know what I'm saying? Just to be here because there's a lot of uncertain times, a lot of uncertain things, and a lot of people, you know, biting their nails down to the damn near cuticle, worrying about the things that are coming across the horizon and the things that are going on. And I beg to differ. I said, listen, we shall live. You hear me? We shall live and not in fear. None of that there. Listen, today is Monday the 30th, June 30th. And if it has not done so as of this moment, sometime today, I believe they will be going to the jury in the Diddy trial, the infamous Sean Combs Diddy. Puff Diddy, Diddy do it, the diddler, the heavy bun diddler, pause. It goes to the jury. It goes to the jury. So guess what? We gonna find out one way or the other what them jurists have said or whatever the case may be. Hey, Tiffany, I see you. I see you. Welcome to the room. Rashad Houston, you know where we at. We don't want a good YouTube. Come over, home team. Listen, no matter where you stand on the fence, whether you think he's innocent, whether you think he's guilty, I will say this. Of course, I'm speculating just like everybody else, right? Because I wasn't in the courtroom and all that. But from the correspondence, the various ones that I've seen that have been there and have given real good reporting, it seems like his goose is cooked. What? It seemed like his goose is cooked. But This is America, right? You never know what the hell is gonna go on, but we gonna find out, right? The dealer, Sierra Bay, the dealer. You know what I'm talking? We gonna find out what's really good, what's really hood. Justice Show, what's up with it, home team? Listen, we gonna find out whether, but no matter what the jury finds him in a court of opinion and in out here in these streets, a lot of people got that man dead to rights, dead to rights. Um, some off of the rumors and allegations. Something's in my eye. Something, some off the rumors and allegations, but some off of that video that happened where he put hands and feet on Cassie. And then, especially with the case coming up and the extended version of the video came out and all the things that transpired after that, and even him trying to buy that tape, the security tape for 100 racks. I think it was 100 racks. What did 100 racks? He was trying to buy that to shut that shiggity yeah. Ah, but that's one of the things that kind of prove a Rico, though. Oh, y'all might not know about that. But we ain't gonna stay on Diddy today. Ryan, what's up, Ryan? I'm over on the good YouTube doing the Good Morning Game Morning Show. Thank you, young Padawan. I appreciate you. Come on over. Shout out to the home team. That part right there. Rashad Houston, home team. I see you. Listen, we about to. Connie Batiste said Diddy is done. We shall see. I personally don't believe that it's gonna be a quick verdict. I don't think that it's gonna be a quick verdict at all. I think that they're gonna be deliberating for at least the next couple days, possibly. I think, but hey, you never know. They might, you know what I'm saying, come back with a quick verdict, either not guilty or guilty. You know what I'm saying? Like either let that man go or get that man up out of here. And we shall see. But no matter how it falls in the courtroom, all the lawsuits that have happened and are still happening, because y'all heard about the new one with him and young Justin, huh? Take that, huh? These lawsuits will keep on coming, so he's gonna have to pay his legal team probably well into probably the next year or two on these lawsuits. So this, if he ain't done by the courts of law, he's gonna be done by the court of opinion. And if he ain't done by the court of opinion, he gonna be done by running out of money. You hear me? And I think a lot of people are not gonna want to stand by him or do business with him at least for a while. I'm just saying, one way or the other. You say you know they had at least one bread man on the jury. That's crazy. I'm just saying I'm not gonna stay on the puffy thing right now. I want to let that marinate. Pause. I want to see what's gonna go on. I want to see what type of questions that the jury might pose to the judge or whatever the case may be to get clarification as to certain evidence and as certain testimonies. You can kind of see and feel where a jury is going by the questions that they ask. Sometimes they don't ask no questions, but if they ask questions, you kind of get a sense of where they're going with it or whatever the case may be. On Friday, I talked about the Carmelo. I think it was Friday. Yeah, I talked about the Carmelo. Matter of fact, before I go there, Vader Wade Beats, what's goody like the mob? I want to do this story. I saw it pass by my desk on IG, and it's Sabrina C, one of our own, sent it to me or whatever the case may be, and it has something to do with giving a man his flowers, literally and figuratively or whatever the case may be. Saw this video. At first, I was like, where's homie going with this? Where's he going? You know, it's that month. So I'm like, what's going on? However, he did to me, he did a stand-up thing. He did a man thing. We need more of this. I'm gonna show the video and let y'all be the judge of it, but we need more of this in our lives, especially us as black men. We need these type of things, huh? It's the gesture, it's the thought that count. You hear me? Y'all check out why this man gives his brother his flowers, huh?
Hey man, look, I bought my partner some flowers. Let me tell y'all why. For one, I love him dearly.
He's a good dude.
He's a great dude. And the second reason I bought him flowers, I can remember I was going through a rough time. Smoking drugs, snorting drugs, all that. One day, Johnny hit me up. He said, hey man, what you got going on? And I texted him back, and I was serious. I said, man, nothing, slipping back into my old way. Cause I'll be clean for a minute, high for a minute, clean for a minute. And he texted me back and said, nah, bro, you too good for that. But I kept on doing what I was doing, but when I got well, that conversation always played back to me. So when I seen him lose his mama and I see him post about his mama and the hurt that he have all the time, it does something to me, but there's nothing I can do. I can't relate. I still got my mama. But when I see it, just made me hug her a little tighter. So I just wanted to give a king his flowers while he can still smell them and just let him know that I love him from the bottom of my heart. So what I did, I booked the appointment, not for the haircut. It's just maybe so you can take yourself out to eat or something like that, man. Just take the load off for it. And I wanted you to know that I'm proud of you, the way that you continue to push and persevere through it all, the way that you're a big brother, the way that you raise your children, and that you're just a stand-up guy. And man, I love you, bro, and I'm not ashamed to say that, and I want you to know that, man. I already know it, bro. I already know it. I already know it. But it's all love. So I just see you. Okay. Yeah, I just see you that just people say you take yourself out to eat or something like that. Yeah, much love to you. I'm proud of you too. Hey, y'all.
I don't care what y'all think. I think that was a super dope gesture. A brother giving a man his flowers. Not no funny business. It's not no funny business, not no extras, but really saying, man, I see you. I appreciate you. I know your load is heavy right now, but you stay pushing. You hear me? That if you don't see it or if ain't nobody told you that I see that the load is on you is heavy, but I see what you're doing and you're a pillar to the community. So you keep pushing. Daryl, what's up with it, homie? 1-4 zone. What's goody like the mob? I'm over on the good YouTube. It's a real one. Come on over to the YouTube. My thing is this: we need more of that in our community. Brothers should be able to give brothers their flowers, both literally and figuratively, and it not look like a pause moment, or it look like something zesty, or it look like something underhanded, or a brother's trying to snake another brother. We should be able to congratulate. We should be able to big up. Pause. We should be able to stand in the gap for a pause. We should be able to be there for our brothers in a time of need, whether it be mental relief, emotional relief, financial relief, or just to be a brother standing there. Because we all we got. We all we got. You feel me? Listen, yeah, I know that was a pause moment. Yes, Sierra Bay. People send me articles and video clips all the time. All the time. We GMG. We all we got, Sierra Bay. That's how we do this. You figure deal me. Yeah, baby. That's a fact of Mundo. It's a dope situation. So yeah, that right there, I thought that was uber dope. I said, man, that's what's up. When I first saw the video, and I saw the little bouquet of flowers. I said, hold the hell up. What he got going on? What's going on out here? But then as I heard the man and the man talked about his shortcomings where he fell short and a conversation that he had with that barber, you know what I'm saying, and how that barber's words resonated to him in his recovery and getting through that thing and the conversation and the words still rang true. That was to me a dope situation. You hear me? We need those. Terry Murray said, "I just wish he wasn't on social media. It comes off slightly clout-like, but it's at least a good gesture." Uh, I get it. I get it. It's like da 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 da. Claudia Batiste said, I buy myself flowers every other month to tell myself I'm proud of me. I went through a rough time in my life a couple years ago, but still I rise. That part, Connie Batiste. Listen, I'm gonna move on for that, but I just had to throw that good energy out there. I had to throw that good energy out there because we're gonna talk about some heavy things, some heavy things. Pause. No daddy, but listen, I want to say this right. Friday, I talked about the Carmelo Anthony uh indictment or whatever the case may be. And as was presented to me, I said some things, right? And I was actually wrong about a couple things about what he was indicted for, the charges, etc. Because Texas has their own, structure of when it comes to homicides and things of that nature, how they charge, what they charge, et cetera, et cetera. But I like the way this brother breaks it down in this video, so I'm adding this video into the rotation for the morning show today. He kind of looked like King Erna a little bit, live and direct. He looked a little bit like him or whatever, but the brother spit nothing but knowledge. I hope that y'all, what you call it? Nah, it's not the basketball player Carmelo Terry Murray. What are you talking about? Anyway, y'all watch this and y'all let me know what y'all thinking. Huh?
This Carmelo Anthony indictment has these racists in the internet streets dancing. He was indicted on first degree murder charges. He's cooked. Not even. Not even. I hate to be the one to break it to you. Texas does not have a first degree murder charge. Let me say that for the racists in the back. Texas does not have a first degree murder charge. Who told you that? No, what you were thinking about was capital murder. Capital murder is what carries a life without parole sentence automatically. That's what you were hoping for. But that's not what he was indicted for. He was indicted for murder. There's nothing in between in the state of Texas. It's murder, then there's capital murder. Now, murder carries 5 to 99 years. Secondly, all of this evidence that you say they have, this video, these witnesses, all of that, the prosecutor has had time to review all of that. And if the evidence was so damning, guess what they would have did? They would have upgraded the charge from murder to capital murder. But they didn't, because the evidence is not damning as you think it is. Third, what you choose to ignore, the law will not ignore. Like number one, the tent. Carmelo was in his right to be under that tent, like all the other students from the other schools that were under the tent. But they singled Carmelo out. Hunter and Austin and their friends singled Carmelo out. The law will not ignore that. The law will not ignore that Hunter and Austin were the aggressors. They had no right to approach Carmelo. They had no right to ask him to leave from under the tent. They had no right to put their hands on Carmelo or touch his belongings. You might ignore that. The law won't. This is why he was not charged with capital murder. Here's something else. He was never charged with that knife. He wasn't charged with the knife. He wasn't charged with trespassing. So no, Carmelo was far from cooked. He's not even in the oven.
Europe, there you have it. I think he spoke eloquently. He corrected the one part about the first degree, like say DC or in this area, whatever the case may be. You could be charged with murder one, second degree murder, what is it? Reckless homicide, manslaughter, involuntary. And there's one more I think that you could be charged for, whatever, or at least was at the time, or whatever. But down there, he's saying that there's only two ways you can be charged: either capital murder, or whatever the case may be. Um, but the other points that he made ring true too. If all the evidence was as egregious as some of these uh, bigoted individuals that speak on it have said, I'm pretty sure they would have went after the capital murder charge for the young man or whatever the case may be, especially in a state like Texas or whatever the case may be. So the fact that they only indicted him for murder, and like I said, it's super easy to indict a person for any crime, whether it be stealing on up to unaliving somebody. It's super easy to be indicted because again, the 9.5 times out of the 10, the defense lawyers aren't even there present at the grand jury hearing or not allowed to present any evidence on the contrary to refute why a person should or should not be indicted. So it's very easy for a person to be indicted. So when somebody gets indicted, don't think that that automatically say, oh, though they must be guilty. They got indicted. Nah, it's not. It's not. It's not that cut and dry, whatever. And it's super easy. Carlito, what's goody like the mob? I'm over on the YouTube. Manners and respect. But moving on with the move on, right? We're dealing with a very tricky, we're dealing with a very sensitive topic when it comes to this immigrant issue when it comes to the things that are going on, the who it's attacking, who's being deported, and things of that nature. I want to say this before I go into the topic or whatever the case may be, right? Uh, hold on, I want y'all to understand, right, that the very person that's putting these laws in Timo, what's goody like the mob, the very person that's putting these that have put these laws in effect comes from a family of immigrants and things of that nature. So it's to me, it's a case of the pot calling the kettle illegal, not calling the kettle black, but as a case of the pot calling the kettle illegal. I'm gonna just lay this on you. Pause. I'm gonna just lay this on you. You know, look at the mamas. Look at the mamas. The mama was an immigrant. The babies are anchor babies, you know what I'm saying? The new wife is an immigrant. That baby's an anchor baby. And if y'all think that I'm still bullshiggering troll versus cloud, come on over to the good YouTube. If you think that I'm bullshiggering, look, do the knowledge on the history of Frumpy Frump's family.
This is Trump's first wife, Ivana. She was born in Czechoslovakia and wanted a better life. So she first married an Austrian in a sham marriage to obtain Austrian citizenship. Divorced that guy remotely, then came to the U.S. in 1976, married Trump, and became a citizen 12 years after she arrived. This is Trump's mother. Born in Scotland, she wanted a better life too. She boarded a boat and immigrated to the U.S. in 1930, worked as a, quote, domestic servant for 4 years, and also became a citizen 12 years after arriving here. This is Trump's third wife. As a child, Melania was born in Yugoslavia, came to the U.S. on a travel visa, but broke the law immediately by working here. 4 years later, somehow, she gets fast-tracked and get this, gets an Einstein or genius visa and becomes a U.S. citizen 10 years after arriving. This is Trump's grandfather, who came to the U.S. from Germany to start a better life, breaking a Bavarian law, by the way, and eventually opened a restaurant and brothel in the U.S., breaking another U.S. law. This year is one of more than 100,000 immigrants that Trump has arrested because he too wanted a better life, just like members of the Trump clan. If Trump seriously wants to deport every immigrant who has come here and broken the law, he doesn't have to look very far. Do you know what I mean? This is Trump's first wife, Ivana. She was born in Czechoslovakia and wanted a better life. So she first married an Austrian.
Loop on that. That's a fact, Creole. Clean up your own house before you bark orders. That's the point of it all. And understand something, right? Some people are getting tired of the bullshittery. Some people are saying, nah, nah, not here. Not here. Go ice baby your ass somewhere else. Leave our peoples alone, whether they documented or undocumented, or whatever the case may be. Such as going on in Chicago. Shout out to the Chicago mayor. Chicago's mayor Brandon Johnson is leading the charge. The city of Chicago are arresting ICE agents to protect our communities. Time for California and others to follow. No secret police. California is fighting back too with a proposed bill to unmask and identify ICE agents, ensuring accountability. No one's above the law. Let's keep our cities safe and united. No secret police. Understand something. Yeah, for some of y'all be like, yeah, get them out of here, get them out of the illegals, whatever the case may be. These police squads from ICE or whatever the case may be are operating semi like a Gestapo squad. The way they show up, the way they don't have show any documentation, lay hands upon people physically and forcibly snatch people, remove people from off of premises out of businesses, out of homes, off the street, without even properly allowing them to contact people to say, "Hey, I'm being arrested," or whatever the case may be, is a whole lot of. You get what I'm saying? They got masks on to protect their identity. Ain't that about a bitch? Ain't you law enforcement? What you scared of? Why you all masked up like that? Unless you know you're doing something that's immoral, maybe even downright somewhat illegal. And if you look at the skin tone of a lot of them ICE agents, a lot of them are really on the lighter side of the persuasion. I'm just saying. And they be manhandling people and pushing people like they got local authority to do certain things or whatever the case may be. But this next story, shout out to Mayor Brandon Johnson. I think that yes, a lot of the mayors and governors and things of local areas should take a stand. Should take a stand. One, because removing a lot of these good working, honest people. I ain't talking about the gang members and people committing crimes. The good working individuals is gonna hurt the economy all the way around the board. You don't believe me, just watch. But this story here, scared of them future lawsuits. That's a fact, Justice Show. This next one here, this next video here is what I've been talking about dealing with police in general, but especially in a situation like this. Whereas when the community comes together and says enough is enough, old and young, say enough is enough. In this next clip, I know y'all probably seen it by now. They came after a Haitian family, somebody that looks like Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, a little darker than me. Anthony Dyson, what's up, home team? Come on over to the YouTube. They came after this Haitian family in a block amongst us black folks. We like, hold up, nah, they good people. They ain't gang banging. They ain't committing no crimes. And the community went up with them. The community went up. That's what I'm talking about. You don't know what I'm talking about? Y'all pay attention to this and just watch. Huh?
No, no, bro. Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah, get off of her. Dude in that black t-shirt with the white writing. Yeah, get off of her. That's how. Listen. I'm not telling nobody to go out here and be no Superman or no super dummy. I ain't asking nobody to go out and take no bullet. But at the end of the day, if they not coming right, they need to get the figgity out the community. If they not coming right, showing probable cause and all these things, get the hell off my street. Get the hell out of my community. We don't need you nor want you here. That part. I like that. It said the community fights back against excuse me, ICE agents trying to arrest a Haitian family or whatever the case may be. I think they're getting a little bit, not a little bit, they're getting a lot out of hand. They got people that have been going through the proper channels, been sent over here on visas and actually going through the renewal process and all the things. Some people that came over here illegal that went through or going through the process of becoming legal, doing the steps they need to do it, getting snatched up and or deported. And y'all see that damn video that you heard about the Alcatraz, the alligator Alcatraz bullshit, the tent jail basically they built it in Florida to house a lot of them outside. Have y'all seen that bullshittery? That's a fact, Sierra Bay. Who's next? Who's next? The veil between order and chaos has never been more thin. That's a fact of mundo. Now, I'm all for getting the undocumented criminals. I think they should be deported because they commit crime. That's it. If the criminals get them up out of here, I get that, Connie. But if they good working people or whatever the case may be, man, listen. Trump's own family came over here to get a better life. to create a better life. And they say that his grandfather, the one that's German, say he got ties to the Nazis or whatever the case may be. So ain't no telling if that be true. Let me put this banner up. Allegedly that he has some ties to the Nazis. And if that be true, then he was a war criminal. That. But his family came over here to seek a better life than their damn self, or whatever the case may be. So why would they look down so much on other people that come to this country off of the thing that used to be promoted? It used to be promoted that America was the great dream, the great melting pot, the place to come to for freedoms and opportunity. Now it's like, no, we don't want you here. We don't need you here. You don't get no freedom here. Ain't no opportunity for you here. But that's only selective and objective. I don't see now, y'all can correct me. I don't see no Ukrainian refugees getting sent home. I don't see no Russian immigrants being sent home. Hell, I don't even see no Asian immigrants being sent home. I don't see nothing but black and brown individuals being sent up out of here. And you cannot tell me that the majority of those people are criminals. I'm not going. I'm not going. I'm not going. This next video ties into that video that I just showed you, and this is a black brother that spoke out, and basically he's asking, is this fight ours? Why you should look at it a little bit differently than, oh, it don't affect me, it ain't about me, da, 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 da. You know, it ain't my business. That's on them. Let them do it though. They voted for Trump or da 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 da, or they don't stand next to us and da 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 da. Y'all need to pay attention and watch these. And that's another thing, Jola. Welcome to the show. He said half the mofos aren't even real ICE agents. I was going to report on some people that have already been picked up faking like they ICE agents. What are they doing? The ones that are faking like ICE agents, what are they really doing with the people that they snatching up, huh? That might be something more even sinister or heinous, because I would speak about, missing individuals later on in this broadcast or whatever the case may be. But yeah, there's people posing as ICE running up on people. So make that make sense. But this video right here, y'all pay attention to this brother, one of us, and see what he got to say. And let me know whether it makes sense to you or not. Huh?
Listen, and this ain't on no bullshit, y'all. I had to leave out the gym in the middle of my motherfucking workout because God put this in my spirit. Black people, I need y'all to listen to me, and I need you to listen to me clearly. Trump just removed visa status for over 500,000 Haitians. Now, hear me out. I know we've been saying this ain't my fight. We sitting back. We not doing anything. We chilling out. We can't sit this out. We have to stand with them. We have to fight for them. I'm going to tell you why. This right here, up until this point, Trump has been testing out a lot of shit. He's been testing out the whole bombing with the Iran situation. That's the wartime powers right there. He's been testing out getting rid of affirmative action. He's been testing out deporting black and brown people. He started with Hispanics, okay? Now, we may think like, okay, this is the Haitian community. Of course he's going to get rid of the Haitians. They are black. They are us. And oftentimes, a lot of times, these ICE people, they can't decipher who's Haitian, who's not. What happens when they just label one of us Haitian? It's easy to do. We look Haitian. This is a test. If Trump can get away with the removal of our black brothers and sisters, Haitian or otherwise, African or whatever, and we do not stand up, what's going to happen when he says, let's get rid of the niggas too? What's going to happen when that order comes over the line and they start going into these black communities, raiding our communities, and start escorting us to fuck off this land into places that we don't even fucking belong? What is happening right now is he is trying to flip this whole thing so that we are literally slaves again, so that we depend on them for survival, so that we don't have opportunities like we have right now to free talk and speech and uphold democracy and shit. This is a test. We can't let them come after our Haitian brothers and sisters. I don't give a fuck what no black person tries to tell you or talk about, because this right here is a fucking test right here. And I don't know why it rose up in my spirit this way. I'm telling you, black people, listen to your spirit. God is telling us something and he's giving us signs. This right here, we can't let happen at all. I just saw a clip where a whole bunch of black people were standing together because ICE had raided, starting to take black people, and black people are fighting.
Hey, Keisha Hall can have herself a ball if your assets are in order. That's a fact of Mundo. Hey, Patty. Hey, Patricia. Thank you for tapping in. That's a fact of Mundo. Sierra Bay said, get your passport while you can before it's too late. Hell, you might not need them. Understand something. It's been reported that he's been trying to get this measure passed to where he can send U.S. citizens out of the country to serve time or serve criminal penalties or whatever the case may be. Some places include South America, Venezuela, and places like that. A couple of them are on African soil. So understand, there's a reason why a couple of them he's trying to put on African soil. Who you think he gonna send to the African soil? Understand that. Understand that. And at the rate things are going, anything that's against the system or against the powers that be could be at some point labeled a crime. So that means antibody could possibly be snatched up and pushed across these waters or whatever the case may be. And what you gonna do about that? What they gonna do about it, huh? This big bill that they trying to pass. There's so much garbage in that big bill. It's like 1,100 pages. The Democrats made them have to open the floor and go through every page of the document openly. It's a lot of things that they're trying to shred the Constitution, rewrite it. They're trying to shred all the freedoms and liberties that we as Americans, black, white, brown, Asian, Native American, have grown to know, and in some cases love, and in some cases take for granted. They're trying to do away with so much. You hear me? I heard they breaking your papers and shredding your passports and act like they never received it. Man, listen, listen. Keep your paperwork handy. My Jamaican friends have been telling me to do that for a couple years now. Man, listen. Project 2025, Kamala told us. Man, listen. My only fault is I wish that, hey, Slim Balls, come on over to the good YouTube. No, no, what's good? I wish that Kamala and her peoples would have investigated and actually dug into the election or whatever the case may be, because there's a whole lot being said in hindsight as to manipulation, rigging, and things of that nature, or whatever the case may be. But maybe it's too late now. Who knows? But I have census records and my passport. My family has been U.S. citizens longer than Trump family been in the U.S. I know that's right. My thing is this. My thing is this. We have to make a determination. We have to make a decision. We have to decide, okay, are we gonna stand with this or stand against it? And understand the ramifications either way. If we stand with it, what we stand to gain or lose. And if we stand against it, what we stand to gain or lose. Because at the end of the day, if they picking people off, they picking off not only illegal criminals, they're picking off good, hardworking individuals. They're picking off people that came here righteously through the process, through a visa. They're picking off people that have actually tried to right the wrong of how they got here and done the things that the government had asked them to do to become citizens. Hell, some of them, undocumented workers, are still paying taxes to the United States when they work. They got bank accounts in the whole 9 yards. So you mean to tell me that uh, outside of people that are doing heinous crimes and acts of violence and things of that nature, need to be removed from here because what? You don't like that they here? You don't like them as people because of the color of their skin? And the brown people, Hispanics, Latinos, etc., have been the poster childs for these removals. But it's been brown and black skinned individuals that have been bearing most of the brunt. I say most of the brunt because I haven't seen any Caucasian or European blooded or skin colored individuals being deported. Not saying that that's not the case. I just haven't seen it. They just showing Latino and or darker skinned black folks being deported, whatever the case may be. And that should say something to you. Like I said, and it's also a thing. What's up, Larry STD? It's also a thing to where it's in the midst of that, you complaining about it being too many immigrants here, illegal immigrants, but then you fly in the South Africaners without proper documentation, without proper paperwork, without proper procedures to get them in here. Make that make sense. That's like a slap in the face. So, like I said, you have to determine what side of the fence you want to stand on. Whether you got a little stupid issue with a Latino family or a Latino person or Hispanic person or whatever the case may be. Whether you think you've arrived and hella bougie and you above the inner city folk or the plight of our people. Understand something. If it keep going the way that it's going, and with this big bill and all the things that he touted coming before getting in the office and after getting in the office, you better know that some things are coming. You better know that some things are changing. You better know that at some point it's going to land at your door. You better, personally, I would say gain allies than to lose them. Gain allies than to lose them. I'll say that, and I'm gonna leave that there. But if y'all think that this fight is not your fight, you got another thing coming. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. What's up, D Blade for that good H Town? I see you in the building. Should ask Elon. Yep, it's really up to us. Way more of us than him or them. That's a fact of Mundo. You see, they deported a man, a military parent who was born on an army base in Jamaica. I mean, Germany. He was deported to Jamaica. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Ain't that about a bitch? Because in times past, they considered an army base or military base as being U.S. soil. Am I not? Am I not correct? They and throughout time, throughout history, far back as I can think of, a U.S. military base has always been deemed as U.S. property, as U.S. soil. Make that make sense. But it goes to show you, like, damn, they not giving a figgity about us. Us. Listen, Frank Murphy, my uptown homie, DC Mumbo Sauce is in the building. Good morning, good morning. Top of the top. You hear me? Some international adoptees aren't U.S. citizens either. Huh? That part. The orange idiot could be in jail now, but mofos on the Republican side are too scared of him to complete the process of impeachment. Huh? Listen, listen. All I'm gonna say is a lot of people wanted him here. Now he's here. You got to deal with it. That's all I'm gonna say. I heard if you're American and out of the country as of right now, you cannot return to the U.S. until further notice. What? Where'd you hear that at, Sierra Bay? Allegedly. Allegedly. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Good vibes only. Dapper Rich, y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Now this next. You said allegedly, I'll send you what I have. All right, Sierra Bay, please do. That's a fact, Connie Baptiste. Keep your eyes and ears open. This next thing that I'm putting up right here, read that sign. Read that sign because that's going to lead us where we going into the next topic. That sign right there, it says, y'all don't look, y'all don't look as hard. What it say? No, no. Hold on, let me play it again. Y'all don't look for missing kids as hard. Y'all don't look for missing kids this hard. And with all this effort and energy they putting in with these ICE, you can't tell me that ICE can't go find all the missing kids in America that are still living and or put some closure to cases where they might be deceased or whatever the case may be. You can't tell me all this manpower and dollars they putting into all this other bullshit that they can't find people's missing babies, huh? Or do they want to find these missing babies, huh? Listen, I say that to say this, right? In the United States, there's people that go missing every day, right? In DC, just recently, 30 something, 30 something girls went missing in DC just recently. I was talking to somebody down in Texas, a bunch, I think it was like maybe 14 to 20 something young men have come up missing in the very recent month. In the very recent month. And those are only two locales, those are only two places. So I imagine all the other people, all the other people that are
34
coming up
girls
missing
have
across
gone
the United
missing
States.
from
Listen to
DC
this.
within the past couple days. Yesterday, 14 more girls went missing. There's no media coverage. You guys haven't heard about this on the news. We haven't seen anything about it on TikTok till now that other creators like myself are making videos. If you have a platform, I advise and I suggest that you make a video just like this. 34 girls have gone missing from DC and there is no media. There's no news about it. There's nothing. Where are these girls? I just made a video before this one about ICE going out and finding missing children. They can go bother undocumented immigrants at their jobs, right? So how about you get all these bounty hunters and go
Huh?
find these girls?
Huh?
Because that's where the crisis is in our
Huh?
country. Missing children. And on top of that, it's all black girls. It's all colored girls. Please share this. Please blow this up.
And if you don't want to listen to him because he's a man of color, if you don't want to hear it from him because he's a man of color, listen to this lighter complected compadre and his take on it.
So, 34 black girls in Washington, D.C. Guess I'm going to have to use that good old white privilege today because the story's not getting out. And you know they give black creators like 75% less looks than they do us creators. 3 days ago, 34 black girls disappeared, vanished, abducted overnight. And the media is not covering it. I've seen videos from distraught parents. I've seen videos from activists in the community. I've seen posters. Nobody's talking about this. I mean, there are people talking about it, but it's not getting out there. Somehow in one night, 34 black girls were abducted and are missing. And the media is not covering it at all. I searched the story, you know what it showed me? A whole bunch of little white girls missing. Like ones and twos and stuff. But 34 black girls disappeared overnight and nobody knows why or where they are and nobody's investigating. This is crazy. Get the word out, guys.
Listen, right? Anybody's children that come up missing is a problem. I don't care what color, skin tone, et cetera, et cetera. However, what he said and what the other young brother said reigns true, unfortunately. Um, yes, Sierra Bay, a lot of content creators of certain tones, their views are tamped down. The algorithm doesn't give them as much love as say some Caucasian, European, or lighter complected content creators or whatever. But the thing of it is, a lot of media coverage goes to those of a European, Caucasian ancestry, as opposed to something like this where you got a bunch of girls missing overnight. We ain't talking about throughout the year, overnight. Overnight. I blame the government. I blame law enforcement. But more importantly, I blame us. I blame the community and I blame the individual households. I blame us because we don't get together like we used to. We don't stick together like we used to. We don't care about our neighbors like we used to. We don't care about the community like we used to. We so caught up in video games and baddies and housewives and other online bullshiggery, these social media outlets, and we stay stuck on certain things that we forego or forget about, or just don't give a damn about certain other things in life or whatever the case may be. And it's sad, it's disheartening because under our eyes is under our eyes is under our eyes, under our watch, young women and young men are being snatched at an alarming rate. 34 in 1 month is crazy. 14 in a night is crazy. Like I said, somebody was telling me down in Texas, it was like 14 to 20 something guys just gone, vanished in a month's time. That's a lot. That's a lot. Hey, Roxy, I'm over on the good YouTube. Come on over, channel right there. It's a lot. But my thing is this: what are we gonna do about it? What are we gonna do about it? Like Pac said, you got money for wars, but can't feed the poor. I got you. Give me a second before you say anything. Um, got money for war, but can't feed the poor. You could allocate money for overseas, for Ukraine, for Israel, for all these things. The money y'all sending them rockets over to Iran, and you can allocate CLBCY. Come on over to YouTube. You can allocate funds for all these Gestapo-esque squads to go out and snatch people like thieves in the night from their jobs, from their homes, or wherever they are, because either you assume that they all are criminals, you assume that they all are undocumented, which is, we know now that that's not even the truth. They're not just snatching up illegal immigrants nor undocumented or criminals. They're snatching up people that are here on visas, that have gotten permission to be here. They're doing things so they can put money into that, but you mean they can't solve hunger, they can't solve homelessness, they can't solve these missing babies, young or old? You mean to tell me that they cannot solve that? Or is it that they don't want to solve that, huh? You mean to tell me they don't want to solve that? Terry, what's goody like the mob? Good morning to ye.
Good morning, gang. What's poppin'?
Good morning. What's pizzopping?
Nah, really good subject today.
I appreciate that, my brother. I appreciate that. CL, what's goody?
But yeah, it's scary. Like this feels. I've been saying this for a while. It feels a lot like there's just this, even during the day, like just this dark energy or negative energy. Like
Mm,
so many people are going through so many things and stuff. I think a lot of it's like we're like you said, we're not communicating like we should. Like everyone wants to
exactly.
talk about where I'm traveling to or what restaurant I went to go eat.
The
But I'm
the
like,
the asinine shit, the fuck shit, the
the
unimportant shit,
bullshiggery.
the bullshiggery, as I like to say. Yeah.
And I think as people, we're so conditioned to, especially as people of color, like don't nobody care or no one wants to hear about your complaints because we all got complaints or all got problems. But
Mhm.
back in the day, that's all we had, and we had to make do. And it's still that try to make do, but I see so many people like, well, I'm going out of town this week, so now I'm going to show everybody me going out of town, and now I'm going to show, and people don't check on the people to the left or right of you, because
Fact.
like you said, like I have to drive an hour and a half to go to work, and I literally see like patrol police like pulling over a truck full of people with like lawnmowers and weed whackers. I'm like, they're just going to do lawn care service. These aren't the people that are the like
Gang
it's
banging thugs and this, that, and the
yeah,
third.
it's
And
like they try to use these little things or these buzzwords to justify the stuff they do. It's like, oh, we
facts.
have to go look for this Mexican gang or this Hispanic gang. And it's like these gangs have been in place in this country for a long time, and now all of a sudden this is like the agenda, and you're going to Home Depot to like round people up
Uh-huh.
at Home Depot. Like I'm not saying I used to be in the game, but if I was in the game, I don't think I'd be slinging in front of a Home Depot. And it's just sad that this is the state that we're in, and it's like you said,
Yeah.
this is just in stages. They're doing it with this stage, and now it's okay. How much more can we get away with? And how much more we can get away with? And it's unfortunately the minorities we get attacked first because we're only like what black people 12%, 13% of the population.
Mm.
Spanish people 17, maybe close. I don't even think 20%. So it's so many people who are marginalized and just trying to make their $150 a day, their little bit a day to get by, and it's just slowly taking those people out. And then there's a lot of money to be made in people that are privatizing prisons. Like people are spending money and buying prisons and getting paid
Oh yeah.
to the hold inmates. So
Oh
if
yeah.
you're a business person, hey, we need these jails full so we can get money from the government for this.
Oh yeah.
We need to find ways to lock more people up, and here we go.
That's a fact. Sarah asked a good question. She said, "How do we find the girls? If posting via social media won't work because we're black, how do we find them?" Um, Pay attention. Check out some of the girls that are out walking the night. So, some people write prostitutes off as being, oh, they just want to be out there. That's their life, and not realize that some of those very women or girls, and some of those various individuals that are out there walking the stroll ain't out there from their own accord. They're made
Hmm.
out there. That some of these whole houses and brothels that be in houses. Pay attention to what's going on in your neighborhood. Pay attention because at the end of the day, we used to do that. We used to pay attention to everything that coming in and out of our communities. We don't do that anymore. We don't pay attention to the strange vehicles that come up. People get snatched up in broad daylight. People see it. Don't they recording fights and dumb shit, but they won't record the plate on the van and call the police and say, "Hey, I just witnessed a kidnapping," or da 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 da. They'll just look at, oh shit, it ain't none of my business. I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want nothing to do with it. When in reality, it is your business. Stop waiting till it visits your door. Stop waiting till it becomes a thing where your daughter,
Hmm.
your son gets kidnapped or murdered or whatever the case may be. Stop waiting till it gets wind. Even they said they don't want to be called a snitch. I get that too. Well, do something about it. There was a time in my neighborhood we wouldn't let nobody come up there harassing no girls and doing all this dumb shit.
Hmm.
We need to get back to that too. This
Especially
is
if
a
you're in the
call out.
inner
This is a call
cities.
out for the gangbangers. This is a call out for the
Yeah.
drug dealers. This is the call out for those that are messing the community up with other things. It's time for you to have some moral compass in your life and stand on something. Stand on some principle. Stand on something, because it could end up being your daughter. It could end up being your daughter that gets picked up. It could be end up being your
Hmm.
son that could be getting snatched up. It could end up being your niece, your nephew, your sister, your brother. Huh? You can be thugged out and be a gangster all you want, but I know damn well you don't want to see your mama cry. I know damn well you don't want to see your daddy cry, because that's an even deeper hurt when your daddy cry, because we're taught that men don't cry. You don't want to be the
And,
one on that podium at a news conference talking about just bring my baby back.
and just try to keep more social awareness. Like there's still town halls people can go to. There's still more local
Mhm.
things you can do in your community just to be active. Like sometimes it pays to like the same way they can message on ring cam and everyone can kind of check what's going on in the community. Like just there's ways to get, I'm not saying you got to go to a town hall at every meeting, but
Yeah.
there's ways to get a little more information about what's going on in your area locally. And there's a lot of programs and things that are available to us just to peep what's going on. Like I live in the outer skirts of, like, I'm in between Orlando and Tampa,
Mhm.
but there's a high Spanish community, and just what you're seeing happening is just people are just little by little, like, just going. And like if you think it's just going to stop over the summer, by the end of the year it's going to be a lot worse. So,
Oh
and
yeah.
those women have families. You know, those 34 women, that which is sending prayers to them. Like, you know, try to figure out if their families have posted anything. As much as I don't like TikTok. I have one. I'm never on it, but
Hmm.
if it's things like this that are brought to your attention, try to do a little research, a little due diligence about this stuff when
And
it
and
comes
and
across your feed.
and the thing of it is, that's DC. I
Hmm.
spoke about some young men that come up missing in Texas, in the Texas area. Those are only two little places. We not talking about New York. We not talking about
Yeah.
Florida. We not talking about the Bay Area or LA area. We not talking about the Midwest and none of them states. We not talking about no other states. That's only two areas. So just imagine if it's happening there, and this uptick of missing people is happening there. It's happening in other locales too. Somebody got to know something. Somebody got to see something. Some of the people that's slanging a rack of drugs, some of the people that's gang banging 100 miles an hour know the individuals that be pipping these girls, that be snatching these girls, that be turning
Hmm.
these girls out and turning these guys out. Some of these people know these people. Now there's another side of that, the more nefarious side, where people might be getting snatched up for their organs and or to be sent overseas into sexual trafficking or
Hmm.
worse, slavery. Understand something. There's people that know something, that see something. We got to stop being afraid to do something, to stand in the gap. If you see somebody attempting to kidnap somebody, stand up. You might not want to put yourself in the middle of it because they might be packing, pause, but you can make noise, pick up your phone, call ASAP, take pictures and photos of the vehicle, of the people as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? It's time out for that analogy. To me, snitching is where you doing a crime with somebody, and you don't want to do time, and you tell on them. If you're not part of that lifestyle, then you ain't got to worry about the snitching aspect of it. You are protecting your neighborhood. You are protecting your
And
community.
just to speak on that, don't think somebody in that lifestyle ain't gonna snitch on you either. Even when you talk about
Huh,
that, I've
that's a fact.
I've been in a situation where I'm like barely got a foot in, and it's still someone get jammed up. Who you think they gonna mention?
Oh
They gonna
yeah.
mention whoever they least connected to or affiliated with.
Oh yeah.
So just, I mean, and those days are dead. Like
The
how
streets
much?
don't love nobody.
Hmm.
When you go through the system, you'll realize the streets don't love nobody. You might have a couple homies that might stick by you. You might
Maybe,
have a girl in a rare situation that might hold you down.
maybe,
But I guarantee you, the majority of people that get locked up realize real quick that the street don't love you and that people don't keep it solid. They don't stand tall. That people will snitch at the drop of a dime. They will forget about you until you get back to the street, if you make it back to the street, and you'll be in there by your damn self doing that MF time. And some people say, "Well, if you can't do the time, don't do the crime." I get that. But a lot of people go into a lot of things under false pretenses as to who's down for them, who's holding them down, and who got their back. And I'm gonna make sure you good. I'm gonna make sure your family good, and all these things. And a lot of that be fallacies. A lot of that be bullshiggery. A lot of it. A lot of it. That's it
hmm
right there, Sierra Bay. She said it's either you or them.
yep.
That part.
And
Wavy
it's
said, if you a civilian, ain't no such thing as snitching.
and that's another that's important too because it's too many people like wanting to hang out late and oh you do this you do what okay I'll ride with you I'll go hang out with you. It's
Hmm.
nah, like stay a civilian, stay minding your business. I'm not saying don't have your vices, don't enjoy your whatever, but get in, get out. The lingering around and hanging around and trying to see what's up and nah, because those people ain't gonna be on the block too much longer. Go back to your
100%.
old neighborhoods and see who's still there. It ain't too many of them. They either dead
100%.
or they not or they locked up.
That's a fact. And again, like I said, if you think that this issue or this situation ain't about us or doesn't affect you because it haven't hit your block or your house yet, you keep on with that attitude. You keep on with that mentality and see what happens when they come knocking. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Especially when the writing has been on the wall with a lot of things. with a lot of
Mm-hmm.
issues. The writing has been on the wall, so it's up to you to like I said, you have to make a choice. The people watching this, the people that will come in contact with this video, whomever you share this video with, you got to make a decision to stand on one side of the fence or the other. You can't continue to straddle the fence, pause, or walk on the razor's edge. You gonna have to get dirty, or you gonna have to stay out the way. One or the other. But understand something. Even if you stay out the way and say I don't want no problems, them problems gonna come see
Gonna
you
find you.
eventually.
And we
Yes.
only 6 months in. We only
And
6 months into this. We still got
oh,
another 3.5 years. Go out and vote. And don't
and
just vote for the president. Vote locally. Like,
this big bill, I ain't mean to interrupt you, that they got on the table has certain elements in it. Hold on, let me see. I think I grabbed it. Let me see if I
I
grabbed
was
this.
just gonna speak on that too. So go ahead.
It says, to those who don't know what's buried in this big bogus bill, they call it a big bogus bill. Prepare yourself for what's coming. If the Senate passes the one big beautiful bill and Trump signs it, that's it. It becomes law. And here's what that really means: he can delay or cancel elections legally. You heard that right.
What?
Cancel or delay elections
Are you serious?
legally. He can ignore Supreme Court rulings for a year or more.
Mm,
That's a precedent. He can fire government workers for political disloyalty. Judges can't enforce their own orders. Protests can be tracked and criminalized. So if you taking up for your neighborhood or taking up for your rights, you could become a criminal, even if you ain't breaking nothing, busting nothing, or any of that. The LGBTQ plus rights, education, healthcare, and media gutted. Your VPN, the virtual private
yeah.
networks, tracked. So no
Mm,
more secrecy in that. Your vote suppressed. Your speech flagged. This bill doesn't break the law, it rewrites the law so Trump never has to break it again. Let me say that again. This
mm.
bill doesn't break the law, it rewrites the law so Trump never has to break it again. We don't need to wonder what would happen if authoritarianism came to America. It's here in 1,100 pages, dressed up as freedom. If you ever said it won't be that bad or the courts will stop them, just know this bill makes it so that they can't. And that's just a portion of it.
Yeah.
1,100 pages. 1,100 pages.
And this is just to protect his own self because he still has
Ooh.
these these felony convictions that he's got to deal with when he's no longer in office, which is why he's trying to get Pence to run so that he can take over the spot. Like, this is literally me versus them. Like, we talk, like, even to bring it back to the streets thing, just
Yeah.
take Trump as the streets. It's about how can I get myself out of trouble? How can I continue to, and anyone that rides with them are the same people that want to. It's okay for us to do what we feel like doing.
And
It's
understand.
okay for us to get out of this trouble, but God forbid anyone else do the same.
And understand, he foretold you this when he was running. He said, "Y'all only got to worry about one election. Y'all don't remember them words?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all only got to worry about voting one more time." Why is
Mm-hmm.
that? Because something like this big dumbass bill that they present and other things that are going right up under your nose. A lot of y'all don't realize, and a lot of the bills that they pass are a lot of bullshit that they slide in that they don't openly talk about or discuss, and our rights are being dictated and passed around under our noses without us even knowing. And the people that we vote in office as senators, as congressmen, as this, that, and the third, down the what you
Yeah,
call it,
yeah.
they go along with the get along. They don't half-ass know what's all in a bill.
You saw that one senator was like, who vote because this only passed the because it has to go through the Senate, so it only passed through the House like by one vote, like
Hmm.
just barely got through. And then
Yeah.
there was representatives saying, "Oh, I didn't know this was in here. I didn't know it was." Well, then why are you voting on stuff you don't know that's in there?
That's what that's what they have learned to do. That's what they do. They'll promote the bill on certain finer points, on certain points, but
Hmm.
the fine print, the sticky stuff, the things that you don't know that's in there, they don't pay attention to that because a lot of these bills be like this thick. A lot of
Yeah.
these bills got a rack of pages, and these people ain't sitting there read through no whole fucking bill.
Is the Bible 1,100 pages? I don't even think the good word is 1,100 pages.
Man, man.
But that's to what you're saying. They do that because on page 672 is when you giving up this, that, and the third. And page 855 is when, like, I don't care what the
Man,
judges say.
I forget who it was that brought this to light and made them go through it page by page on in the Senate or whatever the case may be. But thank God for that, because they probably would have signed off on this bullshit, and by the time they realized what happened, it'd have been like, oh shit, it's too late. Too late. Even some of the people on that side of the table would have been like, damn, what did I do? What did I do? A 10-year moratorium on states that restrict AI usage is in that bill too. That's a fact. That's
And
a
what did it
fact.
say?
Sarah Lynn said a 10-year moratorium on states that restrict AI usage is in that bill too. It's a lot of things. There's a lot of things within that bill. And this ain't the first bill that's been that way. It's a lot of stuff that they slide in under the guise of making shit look good on the surface. So that people
Hmm.
say, yeah, go get that bill passed. Oh, that's gonna be good for us. Whole time they're getting stuck up and extorted and robbed and beat up without even knowing it.
Because they're trying to get
Getting
rid of
knocked upside
Medicare.
the head. OTF Finagle, what's up with it? I'm over on the YouTube.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of Medicare right now. They're trying to get rid of the SNAP benefits, which
SNAP
are
benefits, all
though,
that.
which those are the bigger things. But they don't realize, like, most white people are on,
Benefit from it more than we
yeah,
do.
like, way more.
Benefit
Like,
from it more than we do. And they just, get rid of it because they just taking advantage of it. No, nigga, they talking about you. They talking about you. They talk about you. You think it's us, but y'all ass is the ones gonna be stomach touching your back. Talking about, oh,
sooner than later. And unfortunately, now it's 100 votes in the Senate because it's two senators from, well, it's two people from each state, I believe, that vote on this. So now it's like you're split between red and blue.
mm-hmm,
So all he needs is enough. And then, it's always the bipartisan, like, oh, you got to vote with your party, you got to vote with the party.
mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it's supposed to be 50-50, but it's not been 50-50 in a very long time.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, for those of y'all that are watching, tuning in, tapping in, do your boy a favor. Hit that thumbs up one time for the one time. Boop, boop. Y'all know I want to menage with the algorithm. No diddy. You know what I'm
Like and
talking about?
subscribe.
More importantly, hit that subscribe button. Boop, boop. More importantly, after you do that, hit that notification bell, something like this there. Bing! So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang morning show drop. Feel the Love Fridays drop.
What?
Whenever anything that I put on this God-forsaken channel, you're amongst the first to know that part. But more importantly, when you hit that notification bell, when it drop down, make sure you click that all, because sometimes YouTube be tripping. You hear me? And we want to get out to the masses. We want to trick the algorithm. Like I said, I want to menage with it. You hear me? No diddy. No doubt, baby. Listen. Yes, indeed. I'm just saying we are under a lot of pressure. We are under a lot of scrutiny. We are under a lot of things that we probably thought we would never have to face in our lifetime or experience or see or worry about or whatever the case may be. And we are not to live in fear, because that fear will fester in your spirit and in your physical being and cause you to become unhealthy and sick. Understand something. There's solutions to these problems that we've been having. Most of them have something to do with being woke, paying attention, learning about, being active, being proactive, considering your brother as your own self, and being your proverbial brother's keeper. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen. You can say what you want. This ain't about me. This ain't. I ain't got nothing to do with this. Let your bama ass stay right in that mindset when they come to your door. Then you gonna be screaming out, "Help me, help me!" No, they taking me. I was born here. My mama was born here. My father, my grandfather, my grandmother. Da da da. What then? What you gonna do then? Mr. or Mrs. So bougie and above it all. It has nothing to do with me. Let them fend for themselves. It's their fight. It's not ours. Watch what happens when it comes to your door. Because eventually it will, in some capacity or another. I'm not wishing nothing bad on nobody, but life has a way of lifing. And then when you got people that's trying to make it life a certain way, and the odds and the deck stacked against you, then what? Then
Mm-hmm.
what? I blame
100%.
Terry. It's like, nah, let me stop.
Nah, 100%. It's everyone has to care a little bit more about each other,
That's a
because
fact.
when I care about this community, is it's important to have these positive outlets and just to
Mm,
stay informed. And as I'm not, Big Phil, of course, like and subscribe on the Big Phil, channel.
you're,
Make sure you check my brother out. But just
you're.
anyone that's trying to do something positive, that's how you trick the algorithm and menage with the algorithm, is when
Mhm.
you start ingesting more positivity. If
Fact,
you just type, what's going on in such and such a place, or what's going on, and
fact.
even if you don't even have 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes to look at something, the algorithm is going to say, oh, well, you're interested in political stuff, here's some more political information.
Right.
So getting back to how do we find, things like, we might not be able to all go, burn some torches or get some pitchforks on a certain situation, but we can keep ourselves as informed as possible. Because
Mhm.
like you said, you don't know when it's not going to make the news all the time. It's not going to
That's a
always hit
fact.
up on CNN.
That's a
So it's
fact.
just everyone just try to stay informed, try to keep your eyes and ears open. Like Miss Connie said, like just pay attention a little bit more, and not so much on the shaking and the drama and the all the other foolishness that might be shown on the algorithm, because we can change our perspective. It's just us to do it.
That's a fact.
I'm a, I'm a
Sarah Lynn said there's a video of a Nigerian chick who got a tourism visa, but then posted her real intentions on her social media accounts. She was coming to do biz. They sent her back immediately. I saw that video. She was
mm,
crying and all that. I think she had a hair business or whatever, and she was coming to conduct business and get some more of her products off or whatever the case may be. It,
God forbid we do something positive.
yeah, it's a sad situation, but it also shows that they pay attention to your social medias. So be
Hmm.
careful of what you post, how you post it. When you're on here
Hmm.
twerking, shaking your ass, when you're on here saying certain things out your mouth, when you're out on here drinking and smoking on your social medias, when you're entertaining certain individuals, huh? They
Mm,
pay attention a lot more than you think they do. Unfortunately
absolutely.
for that young lady, it jacked her up or whatever the case may be. But understand the things that you post can come back to bite you, and you is not ye. You hear me? But I want to touch on something earlier that you said about the family or whatever. And for me, this next video that I'm gonna put up speaks to that. We are so broken down as a family, as a people, man, it's ridiculous. Down to just our grandmothers being the end all be all in a lot of our families, the get-togethers, the squashing of inner family
Mm,
turmoil and beef that grandma wasn't having in her house from the giddy up, the good meals, the good camaraderie, the good family fun, the conversations, the things of that nature. Y'all listen to this video real quick, huh?
yeah.
Family ain't family no more. I remember the cookouts, the barbecues, everybody met up at grandma's house. It was love. I don't give a fuck if you had beef with somebody. When y'all met up at Granny house that hot day, food was getting cooked, everybody having a good time, all that shit went out the window. It wasn't no such thing as no, oh, we still into it, because by the time you made it to Granny house, once she done found out about it, which is weeks before y'all ass even get over there, she were already ready to break y'all ass down when y'all get there. Whoever make it there first, she already done got on their ass, and she waiting to get on yours when you get there. So it wasn't no such thing as that happening, because Granny was squashing everything. It was unity. It was power. That was the structure, y'all. That was the structure that got us where we was. That shit broke off because of those fallouts after Granny died.
Say you're gonna be in love with me. In love with me. Driving you crazy to think that my baby. That young brother said that so eloquently. Hey B, what's goody? They said it so eloquently. Grandma's house. Oh, he must have got up out of here. Grandma's house was the one, the one person that held the stitching together to the family fabric. And a lot of times after grandma leaves here, the family just splinters and goes their own way or whatever the case may be. Maybe even for a couple generations or whatever the case may be. But the closeness that we had as family when grandma was here, why we can't keep that amongst ourselves as family, why we can't operate with that same sentiment. Like, okay, we might not jive with this one or that one, or got a little issue with this one or that one, but we still family. We still in the same boat. We still got love for each other that will supersede the dumb shit, the bullshittery. We still got love for each other. You know, we just might not see eye to eye on some certain things. And grandma was able to say, listen here, listen, not in my house. Bring your ass over here, shit. And yo, sit your ass right here. And y'all are gonna hug today. Y'all are gonna fix this right here. That's what grandma was like. You gonna fix it right here. And after they get to the bullshit, y'all can get to the regular conversations, the good food, the family life. Man, hey, B, you know what I'm talking about, bro. We are missing that so much in our communities, in a lot of households. A lot of households, man, we are missing that. We so caught off into our own little singular existence or whatever the case may be is ridiculous. And like I said, when you take away from the family structure and also take away from the community structure, you take away the power base, the grassroots level power base that exists within the Black community. You take that away. That's why they wanted to be divided. That's why they want us at each other's neck. That's why they really ain't trying to put programs in place to help stop hunger, homelessness, gang banging, drug dealing. Is a reason why they let stuff be the way that it is, because they could end that the same way they put these Gestapo ass police out here to round up illegals and others. Because it ain't just illegals and others. They could put money in the programs to end shit right away, and or squads and units to do away with, eradicate certain shit. But they need things to be a certain way. That's a part of the problem. But I'm here to say I need us to be a certain way. I need us to get back to when family was something. You hear me? I need us to get back to when we mattered to each other. When we matter to each other. And I'm not talking about the glitz, the glam, the bullshittery that social media produces. I'm talking about family. Family? I'm talking about that. That kind of family and that kind of understanding and that kind of admonishing that grandmama gave. Like, hold up, yeah, okay. He did what, she did what? Shut that shit up and sit your ass down. We gonna fix this right now. We gonna fix this right now. What's up, Big Real? We gonna fix this right here and right now when family was family. That's it right there, Connie. That's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. We get so caught off in so much bullshittery that we forget about what's really important. You hear me? What's really important? We get caught up in all kinds of sucker-ish and irrelevant bullshit and fraudulent garbage that really ain't about nothing, that we forget the essence of family. We forget the essence of where we had to do this, stick together tighter than a fist balled up against other things and other people that were set out against us to keep us effed up. Once we get that through our thick ass head, that we do need each other. I don't care how independent you are. Now it's enough that we have these gender-based bullshit ass arguments about how much a man don't need a woman and how much a woman don't need a man. The family don't We need each other in our own homes and in our communities. Because when we stop giving a damn about each other, stop giving a damn about our community. I'm on YouTube AB, come on over to YouTube. I can cam you up over there. If you stop giving a damn about your communities, then that's when when you had these things like ICE can come into your communities and do what the fuck they want. Excuse my English. Police can come into the communities and do what they want. People, your brothers, your sisters, your daughters, your sons, your nieces, your nephews can come up missing like it ain't nothing. And ain't nobody talking about it or doing nothing about it. Remember, there was a time before social media where the word got out there, where the word got out and got around about a lot of things. So we can't use the excuse like social media here, and if social media can't share it or don't, nigga, what happened to the picking up the phone, calling the people you know? Hey man, I need you to be on the lookout for oh, if you heard anything, I need to know ASAP. My people's they daughters missing, man. What's up? I need you on this ASAP like Rocky. I need you to, you know what I'm saying? I need for you to put the word out there, huh? And you so-called OGs need to get your neighborhoods right. You've been part of the problem of breaking it up. You need to be a part of the problem of fixing it. Stop allowing people to come into your neighborhood to do sucker shit like snatching people and kidnapping people and all these things. Stop allowing it to happen. When you stop allowing it to happen, things change. Police are coming to your communities right. They'll get back to the essence of what community policing looks like. And they'll come in your neighborhoods a lot more respectful and respectable. People do what they do because they feel like they can, whether it be from the miscreants, the thugs, the politicians, to the law enforcement. They do what they want because they feel like they can. And we give them no pushback. We give them no pushback about none of it. That's the problem. We give them we don't give them no pushback. We don't stand together about nothing. That's why I like that video about the community that came together for that Haitian family. When ICE tried to get that Haitian family, the whole community was out there. You saw all them people out there. They like, oh, nah, And at the end, where the officers try to either take the girl or manhandle and or arrest her, the one brother with the black with the white rag was like, get up off of her. Yeah. Stand up. Some people be afraid to go to jail. Some people afraid to get taken in. We are at a day and age. We are at a day and age and time to which we got to stop being fearful of those things, because sometimes those things are just gonna happen. How they happen is up to you. And if you get locked up standing up for an individual, you should not feel bad about that, especially when the individual is a good person. You shouldn't feel bad about that. But you should feel bad about if you see somebody getting abused, bullied, brutalized, kidnapped, tortured, or one of these things, and you could have did something to stop that or combat that. That's where you should feel effed up about. That's what I'm going to say about that. That's where you should feel effed up. I'm just saying. You sound like the mayor of LA telling the gangs to take care of ICE. Hey, Sierra Bay, listen. I can't say that because of my platform and things that might come out of it, or things that might get sanctioned on my platform, but listen. If people can be involved with F shit, with stupid shiggity and bullshiggery, they can be involved with making their communities whole and watching out for the people of their communities. No matter what the persuasion is, you hear me? I'm just saying. But I'm just me. I'm just Big Phil Speaks. What do I know? What do I know, right? I ain't been nowhere, done nothing, right? I could go on and on and on about this situation here, and I could, but I'm not though, right? I'm not. Said, listen. I just listen. I just want so much for our people to get right with each other. I just want so much for us to win. I just want so much for us to rise above a lot of the bullshittery that plagues us. I just want a lot. I just want for us to get back to some ways that a lot of y'all think are passe, that a lot of younger generations say, oh, that's old school. We don't do that no more. Some of that old school shit help people survive. Some of that old school shit help people progress and advance. Some of that old school stuff taught us morals and a value system that is priceless, especially in a day like today. And normally I go out. No, normally I end this by saying my little spiel, right? But I'm gonna say my spiel, and after I say my spiel, I want to play a little video that goes out to the haters in your life. I'm gonna play a little video that goes out to the haters in your life, kind of a one last word type of thing, huh? With that being said, smile, because you never know what it might do for somebody, include yourself. Hey, Jazzy, good morning, good morning. Second of all, love on somebody on purpose with purpose. And that second part that I said stands to it applies to family, it applies to these social and these injustices that are going on. Because if you love on somebody, you'll stand in the gap for them. If you love somebody, you'll pray for them. If you love somebody, you'll help them. If you love somebody, you'll be there for them. That's why I say on purpose with purpose. That's why I say that. On purpose with purpose. Last but not least, I'm not anti you. I'm pro me with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate in your melon till the next time we can chop it up and have a tay-to-tay. Until that day, I holler. But right now, hi haters.
Let them talk, baby. Even Jesus had folks throwing shade. You just keep walking with purpose.
Huh?
GMG.
Yes, Lord.
We're one big happy family. We GMG. One big happy family. Hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend.
Hey.
It's GMG and Big Phil Speech.
Listen, y'all, I love y'all on purpose with purpose. You know what I'm saying? No matter what faults or flaws that y'all may have or that I may have, whether we agree or disagree, I love all y'all on purpose. You know what I'm saying? I just want the best for all of us. With that being said, y'all gonna get on out of here. You hear me? And gonna love on somebody. More importantly, love yourself enough. Love yourself enough. Thank you, Terry Murray, for coming up. Salute. I see y'all on Wednesday. You feel me? I'm out.